I would also like to speak today about the DEI proposal that is being discussed. And I think one of the important things to note is while there was a multitude of culminating issues that has pushed for us to consider this, I think we can all likely agree that the boiling point was the racial incident that we saw on Haynes Street. And that was a public school student. So I have a few things I wanted to note about that, and my concern is why our Board of Education was not included in these discussions. In my opinion, I think our schools serve as the strongest and most diverse parts of our community, and they are truly the foundation to combat inequity and to combat racism in our schools. I think those who are educators would know that most prejudices actually start to form at adolescence. So wondering why our schools would not be in a partnership about this is concerning to me. And I understand that there is a liaison to the educational equity individual, Ms. Cox-Blackwell, and I will note that. But a liaison is not a partnership. And I think it's unfortunate to hear that the Board of Education, who there was a prior discussion about including them in a joint committee, was not even informed that this would be on the agenda until after it was already placed on the agenda. And Ms. Cox-Blackwell is an amazing woman. She was my dean of students for 3 years, and I know her quite well. But those who have already met with the superintendent and with Ms. Cox-Blackwell would know that she would state that she has a lot on her plate, and that a DEI committee, while important, if it was partnered with our schools, could complement the work that she's doing because she has extensive time constraints. And in my opinion, I also view that our schools and our educators and our students are they're really the foundation of this town. And if we're talking about creating a committee and ensuring that when it was created engages a significant members of our community, our schools should have been a part of that conversation. Also, I wanted to note that under the definition of diversity, an example was provided, and it was differing political perspectives. You can call me an idiot, but I would say differing political perspectives could be the Republican Party. They might be the minority on this council. I have an understanding that these 5 members had no idea that this would be on the agenda tonight prior to what is occurring today. So I think that's unfortunate because everyone should have been included in this conversation. And I do want to note this on this, in that I'm an educator and I believe in these issues. I'm glad this committee is moving forward, and I truly believe that when it is passed, it can serve as an incubator for progress in this town. But I think to truly be the best Enfield that we can be, all 11 members of this council should have been included in this discussion. Our Board of Education should have been included in this discussion, even though they were on prior proposals and not on this one. And I think when we engage in conversations, even with people that we disagree with, I think that is truly an important aspect in the town of Enfield. And I just feel that that didn't happen. It doesn't mean that I'm telling you to vote against it, but I think it's important to have a conversation about what we can do to ensure that we're including all members of this council and working with the Board of Ed, who was unequivocally, I know the majority of the Board of Ed was unequivocally in support of a committee of this style. So why they were not included, I do not know. Thank you.